It was a quiet night in the city. The streets were glowing under the yellow lights, and everything felt calm. I had been driving my cab for hours, picking up different people, but nothing special happened until I got a call to an old apartment building. The apartment location isn't far, just around 5 minutes. When I got there, the door slowly opened, and an old lady came out. She was small and used a cane to walk. She had a big suitcase that looked heavy for her. I got out of the cab to help her. I put the suitcase in the trunk and opened the back door. "Thank you, young man," she said with a kind smile as she got into the back seat. "Where are we going?" I asked her. She gave me a piece of paper with an address on it. "Can we take the long way?" she asked. "I'm not in a hurry." I thought about it for a second, then said, "Sure." It wasn't about the money. She sounded like she just needed some extra time. As we drove through the quiet streets, she started to talk. She told me about her childhood in a small village. Her teenage years were so much happiness with his friends, how she met her husband, and how they built a happy life together. She talked about her children, who were now grown up and living far away. Her stories were full of happiness and sadness, all mixed together. "My husband died 5 years ago," she said softly, and wiped her tears. "Since then, I've lived in my little apartment, but now my children think I need more help, so I'm moving." I realized this wasn't just a ride, it was a farewell. She was saying goodbye to her old life, her memories, and the places she loved. We had been driving for 15 minutes. Finally, we passed the bakery where she used to buy bread. She smiled as she remembered the baker who always gave her an extra roll for her kids. Then we drove by a park where she and her husband used to sit and talk for hours. She said they dreamed about the future there, sitting under the trees. Finally, we passed the school her children went to. She talked about watching them run to school with their little backpacks and how proud she was when they grew up. Each place was special to her. As she talked, I could feel how much she loved her life, even the hard parts. When we reached her destination, a small care home outside the city, I helped her out of the cab. She got out of the car slowly, and her expression implied deep self-reflection. Her suitcase didn't feel as heavy now, as if she had left some of her worries behind. "Thank you. Thank you for listening," she said, holding my hand. Sometimes that's all we need, someone to listen. As I drove away, I couldn't stop thinking about her. That night, I learned how important it is to listen to people's stories. Everyone has a story, and sometimes sharing it can make all the difference. Life is like a journey. We all go through goodbyes and new beginnings. But no matter where we're going, it's always better to have someone to share the ride with, even if it's just for a little while. So remember to listen and be there for others. It's the greatest gift you can give.